Hey guys, welcome back for another exciting week for Teen Mom 2. We're going to be talking all about Kailyn and Leah in Hawaii. Barbara and Nathan are kind of concerned about Geisler, and Javi's making another plea for Briana. We're going to get all into it in just a second.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin. If you like pina coladas,
such a good song for us to open up on because we were on vacation in this episode. Or, well, we weren't. We were just wishing we were on vacation in this episode. Leah and Kale got to enjoy all the benefits of the vacation.
Yeah.
So, guys, we are back. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We have some new faces on the panel. I'm your host, Briana Phipps, and to my left, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Haley Catino.
And McKenzie Fayne.
Hey guys, it's Heather Geisler.
And Drew is going to be back with us a little bit later, but she's been just a little too busy with Comic-Con and everything coming up this week, so go give her some love over there. But thank you guys so much for being here today. Mackenzie's going to be joining us for the next few weeks, so you'll be seeing her again.
Very excited.
You guys want to give us, your overall thoughts on this episode, and can you guys give us just a little bit of detail about your history with Teen Mom 2, all that jazz?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I love Teen Mom.
I started watching since 16 and pregnant. The first episode, watched all the girls. I'm a super fan for sure. I mean, I love it all. I guess my favorite part of the episode we're gonna say,
or just your general thoughts on the episode.
Oh, the overall.
What was your feel of it?
The feel of it, I mean, it was pretty cute. I like the whole going to Hawaii with Kale and Leah. That was fun. There's just so much drama. There's always drama. I think this one was a little less dramatic for me. Like, usually I'm like, okay, I have so much to talk about. My group chats and all these different things. But it was great. Well, there's a ton to talk about. Yeah. I have a lot of opinions, like I always do.
You want to tell us a little bit about your history with the Teen Mom franchise?
Yeah, I've always loved Teen Mom. I haven't, been really... Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I love Teen Mom. I've always loved Teen Mom. It's been I feel like it's been 10 years that I've been watching it.
Probably has.
I feel like I'm seeing the same faces. It's like you would think they would stop having these kids, but nope. Yeah.
And what were your thoughts on tonight's episode?
I like tonight's episode. I was laughing a lot at some of the parts. The drama is definitely interesting, so I think we'll have fun.
What about you, Heather? What were your thoughts
this
tonight?
episode kind of stressed me out. Well, the adrenaline of going skydiving, that was pretty cool because I don't think I could ever do that. No. Too terrified. And I liked seeing Aubrey and Paisley reunited. That was really nice. And then Barbara and Nathan felt like a little date, for them.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed this episode, I think, more than the past few because there was a little less drama in this one than there has been.
Yeah.
I'm like the one person of the Teen Mom franchise is like less drama, more just good, happy time.
More Cole.
More Cole.
Oh, Cole.
I would watch a show just about
I know.
Cole.
They need a spinoff.
Yeah. I mean, I love the drama. I love, Jenelle with her little rants at the kitchen table talking about how good of a mom she is, and then like a pharmacy on the counter behind her. Did you guys talk about that?
Yeah.
I mean, just like the craziness that happens in this show is just insane. And it's funny because, OG, even Young and Pregnant, the new episode that just aired, it's just the same kind of drama. It just doesn't end. I love it.
Well, let's get right into it. Speaking of all the drama in tonight's episode, we had the opening with Chelsea. Well, not the opening, but we're going to open with Chelsea and Cole going on this little fun bowling date with Taylor and Paisley. And we kind of get to hear that she's been dealing with the same stuff that Chelsea's been dealing with Adam's parents, being in denial about their son. What are you guys' thoughts on this?
I definitely think Paisley looks identical to Adam. That was like my first note. It's so funny. I mean, I thought Aubrey did all the time usually, but Paisley looks identical to him. That's just crazy. But I mean,
I think it's sad that, well, of course his parents they don't want to accept what is going on, or maybe they're giving him the benefit of the doubt, but it's kind of like just a broken record. It's always the same thing. I think it's great that Chelsea and Taylor, are bringing the sisters together, and that's really nice to see. And I feel like they're dealing with it in a mature way, but yeah, it's kind of sad that, Adam's their dad and he's not around,
But Cole does a good job filling
Does a
in.
good job. And Paisley's just
Absolutely.
in there.
They're not lacking.
I thought it was
No.
adorable when Paisley was just thought Adam was.
I know.
She was like, "Is that your dad?"
Cute.
I mean,
might
it's
as well.
sad.
He is.
It's sad because Adam
Yeah.
should be around enough for Paisley to know, but
Right. Well, you can have your biological father and your
Yeah.
dad.
there's nothing wrong with that. But I thought it was an overall very cute little play date idea. It was nice to see, like you said, them coming together, letting the sisters have time to each other, even if Adam's not in the picture.
Did you guys see the wedding ring on Taylor's finger?
I didn't
No, I
know.
didn't.
I
No, I
think
didn't
she's
notice.
married. I noticed it right away. I didn't have a chance to look it up, but I think she's
Wow,
married.
you just
Which would be nice for her because, she
I mean,
needs to move on from Adam just like
everyone deserves better.
Yeah.
everyone does.
I'm sorry. I lost compassion for Adam a long time ago. But do you have any thoughts on tonight's episode with them? Did you think of any cuteness, or were you a little saddened?
I thought it was really sad that the girls didn't see each other for, what they say, 4 to 5 months. Like, that's crazy to me, and it's sad. I know, like, that the younger one doesn't really understand, but still, it's sad. Yeah.
Especially when she gets older and kind of can't comprehend.
Yeah, because, like, me and my sister are, like, best friends. Like, I can't imagine not being able to see my sister.
Well,
that amount of
hopefully
time.
they continue this
Yeah.
tradition of letting the sisters get together,
Yeah.
having these kind of play dates, because I think it's healthy for them. And, they are sisters, even if their father is not in the picture for either of them.
Yeah.
Seems like
and-
they're still doing well.
Yeah, and Aubrey's gonna have another sister because Chelsea's having a girl.
Yay.
So they announced
And she just passed her safe spot.
her first
weeks,
trimester.
12 weeks,
Yep.
yep.
Yeah.
She's at 14 weeks, so the 12-week danger zone is done, but they still want to keep it to themselves for a little
Quiet,
bit.
yeah.
But I can understand that when you're in the limelight so much and your entire life is being put on television, to have something that's just you.
Yeah.
To have control of that news, something that's so big. Like, people throw parties. They had their little party to tell Cole that it was a girl. So I can't even imagine what it's like that it would just automatically be on the news. And
we know that they've let people know now. They didn't Kylie Jenner it where she wasn't pregnant.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So, but like I said, every week I just enjoy watching Chelsea's story because it's just nice to see her so happy after
Yeah.
so much negativity and drama in her past. Well, someone that is still dealing with some negativity and drama, Miss Briana.
Oh Lord, she is
Oh
the
my God,
definition
yeah.
of drama.
Yeah.
She is drama.
Yeah.
Well, we see her in Miami getting this. Well, she's not had her surgery yet. I thought it was going to
Right.
happen this episode,
Me
but
too.
it's just her friend's surgery this episode. But we have all the drama of her and Javi, as always, where he's letting her know that he could have somebody else come right over to Dover that he asked her to do,
Yeah.
but he doesn't want to settle.
He
Oh
said
my
that
God.
intentionally. He was going to
he
get
knows
her
exactly what
riled
he's doing.
up. Like, of course she's gonna be offended and furious hearing that.
And it's just funny. He could literally say, "You look beautiful," and she'd be like, "What? You about to get slapped?" Like, she gets so mad about everything. So anything he says to her, I don't know why he doesn't just like take it.
Yeah, it wouldn't
Like,
matter.
she's gonna freak out on you. So
Also, I don't know.
But he must like it.
he does.
Like, he
That's the
loves
thing.
it.
He
Yeah,
loves it. It's
he
the
loves
weirdest
that.
thing to me.
Well, and he didn't say it, but Kailyn last episode pretty much said that they
Yeah.
hooked up.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then 2 seconds later, you're in Miami telling Briana that you don't want to settle and you want to get back to her after you broke up with her
Right.
because you told Kailyn that
Well,
it's
he
all
said it
so
doesn't
messy.
matter what's happened since they broke up, right or wrong. It's okay.
But that's
it
what
doesn't
makes me
matter.
so furious
Yeah.
about him is that he's all mad at her
Mm-hmm.
for having her ex come to Miami to take care of her after her surgery. But he's allowed to go talk to this other girl's offer to move her to Dover, hook up with Kailyn.
Yeah.
He's such a hypocrite.
Right. He wouldn't have gone had he not known that Briana invited somebody else, an
Yeah.
ex, to come take care of her. I don't think he would have showed up.
So between that breakup, that little bit of time before the surgery and the breakup, do we think that it's his new baby mama that he was with, or do we think it was Kale?
I think it has to be his new baby mama. I don't feel like there's enough timeline for their.
No,
Yeah,
I
it
don't
makes
either.
more sense if it's her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it has to be
But
Lauren.
then how
Or he's
awful
lying.
is it for her to hear, like, watch that and hear that right now, because she's pregnant with his baby, and now it's just airing. Like, I didn't want to, I don't want to be with that person. I don't, and he's saying that on national television, but now he's with her. That's just so embarrassing.
Yeah.
I just
Lost
No
my
words. No words.
yeah, it's literally tongue
No, I
tying
know.
over
I was
here
literally
because of it.
shaking my head watching it. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
It's just that's 3 girls within maybe a month, maybe shorter than a month.
Yeah, I was wondering what the time period was from when they broke up to the surgery. Like, how long was it actually?
They broke up, I want to say in February, and I believe she got the surgery in March.
So, yeah, that's maybe a month.
I might be wrong on that live chat. Let me know if I
Yeah,
am.
I know.
Because
Come
I don't
talk
have my
with us.
timeline in front of me, and my brain is fried from watching all of his back
Yeah.
and forths. I wish the best for Lauren, his new girl that he's with, and we're going to have some great stuff about them in the news and gossip section, so stay tuned for that. But, and I hope he seems like a good dad from what I've seen. So despite everything else, he does seem like a good dad, and he seems to love his kids.
And Isaac as well.
And Isaac,
He has
that's
such
the
a good
best
relationship
thing.
with Isaac.
I think what I think about Javi is that he is a great dad. He really wants a marriage and a life and kids, and he wants the house and the picket
Yeah,
fence.
but
He
like
wants
with
that whole thing.
anyone,
I don't think
you
it's
know?
with anybody. If I was to say, like, my opinion is that he got really screwed up, I guess, when he went on deployment and he got back and his whole life was messed up. Granted, like, he had 50% in that breakup, so I totally understand that. But I think he just got messed up in the fame and all these different things, so it's been hard for him. But I would bet on him in this new Lauren girl.
Well, I'll say one thing, that if he wants to make something work with a girl, he's going to have to lose that controllingness that he has, and he's going to have to get over the jealousy factor.
Agreed.
Because at some point, you can date young girls and they'll, with the insecurities and stuff, but if you date an actual secure woman who's confident in herself, she's not going to put up with that.
yeah.
And this girl, I don't know her, but she seems to be got herself together.
Well, you know what's funny? Think about Kale, his ex-wife, and then Briana, his ex-girlfriend. Both are very headstrong, stubborn, super just like hard people. And I don't see his new girlfriend, baby mama, Lauren, being like that at all. But it's just funny. I think he likes to be like submissive to people or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. If you feel differently or the same with us, definitely let us know in the live chat or in the comments below. And there is a great way that you can keep up to date with us and everything we're talking about, as well as some other shows on our channel. Heather, you want to talk about it?
AfterBuzzers. Okay, our network produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from drama, reality TV, sci-fi, and many more. There's no network that is working harder to serve television fans, but we definitely need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels, and by subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel, and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. So let us know that you did so in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. But for now, thank you for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Yes, it's
Thank
so
you, guys.
great. I go down so many rabbit holes with my subscriptions, but I love every minute of it.
Yep.
Some other people I want to subscribe to, Miss Kailyn and Leah on their vacation. I just want to subscribe to their vacation.
I've never been to Hawaii.
I know. Me
Well, now
neither.
you kind of have. You've
I
watched
know.
it.
It was so beautiful. I want to go horseback riding on the beach. That looked fun.
Skydiving.
Skydiving,
scuba
I would love
diving.
that.
It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did
I
everything.
almost went skydiving one time. And it was, I'm from Northern California, and it gets very foggy up there.
Yeah.
So it was down in Monterey Bay, and I was supposed to go skydiving, and we got all, I worked up all my confidence. I was like Leah, where I was just so nervous. I worked up all my confidence, and then they were like, "It's too foggy to go out."
Oh man.
So I plan on
Did
one
you
day
get a refund?
No.
No
way.
They told me I could come back anytime, but then like I just freaked myself out
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
One day I will work up the confidence again to do it, but having the confidence worked up and then having it taken away, I was like, I can't do this.
All right, we're going to Hawaii to skydive.
I couldn't do it. I'm telling you, I really couldn't.
Really?
Like, for sure. No.
That kind of surprises me. I feel like I could
Really?
see you doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's good. I mean, I think that's a compliment.
okay.
Everybody that has gone that I know says it is the most incredible
Yeah, me too,
experience you'll
but-
ever have.
So,
No, heights, no way.
I was just gonna say they all seemed really chill on this vacation.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, how could you not be? But they were extra, like hat back, sunglasses.
Well, they
on,
had
just
drama
relaxing.
though. They did.
They had
Even while
drama
they
from
were
back
away.
home.
From back home.
Well, yeah.
It
That's
must
what I
be
mean.
hard to deal with when you're trying to relax on vacation.
Especially
poor
Leah.
Leah with Allie. We saw it last
Yeah.
episode, but this episode seems like she's just kind of getting worse and worse. And we're seeing that Aaliyah is having more outbursts of
Yeah.
it, which it makes sense. She's so young. She can't possibly comprehend what's going
It's
on.
so sad. Yeah.
Like, why can't my sister do these things? Or Leah mentioned that Aaliyah was saying, "Oh, she's lying about, or she's not really tired, or something like that." You know,
Yeah, but
it's
I think when
really
you're a
sad.
kid, like you just that's your go-to because
Right.
you're like, I'm doing it, so why
you
can't she do it?
Yeah, she can't comprehend
And
that.
she probably doesn't want to believe that something is really wrong with her sister, you know?
Yeah,
so
that's
she's,
true,
you
too.
know,
Yep.
yeah.
Also, you have Corey kind of being
passive about it.
so that doesn't
their conversations are always really weird. Like, and even Leah mentioned it this time, you know, like he's always closed off or
Yeah,
I think he doesn't
up
like
and-
I don't think he likes being on camera at all.
I
Well,
think
we think so
Miranda.
either.
I think his wife Miranda always says things about it because I remember when she stopped taping and it was just really awkward, and she's just like, I don't want to be on camera, and he was like, yeah, I don't really want to either. I'm not going to go to the studio for the reunions. I'll Skype kind of thing.
Yeah.
But one thing I did notice about this that was really cool is I've always felt, I don't know about you guys, that Kail and Leah's conversations are just so unauthentic to me. They just sound so forced. Like when Kail invited Leah to this trip on the phone, it just was so awkward.
Hey,
felt
want to go
so
to Hawaii
uncomfortable.
with me? Okay.
She was like, okay, yeah. But anyway, they're talking, and it was really cool. They seemed like really good friends, and it was definitely a lot better than I thought. And it was really nice when Kail was giving Leah advice. Like, have you reached out to support groups for Allie?
Yeah.
And have you talked to anybody else with any kind of disability? And that was
Parents
really
with
cool.
special needs kids.
Yeah.
I think that they are really good friends. I think that it's just Kail's that kind of friend who is a little bit overpowering and Leah's a little more passive.
Definitely.
So
Yeah.
I think no
So-
matter what happens when they're having intense conversations,
Yeah.
Leah's always just going to kind of revert back and be like, okay, whatever you say.
Yeah, yep.
She definitely has a overpowering personality.
Yeah, she does.
Kail.
Hey, what'd you think of Sierra? This
The friend?
Kail's friend. I swear, I think that Kail and her have a relationship in this.
Well, I'm trying to think of where we are timeline-wise with
she's
Dom.
not with Dom in this point. Dom was in the last. I think this is when they were done.
Because
Okay.
Kail did have
Well,
a
Dom would
girlfriend
have-
before, right?
Dom-
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
did. That's
She,
right.
I think well, we know she's had obviously male boyfriends, and then she's had girlfriends, but she just doesn't really know, I think, which one she wants to be with at the moment. I think, honestly, it's probably best for her just to be single at the moment.
Yeah.
And we didn't get a whole lot of her this time around. She just was there.
Kail?
No, her friend.
Yeah, I
She
just
wasn't
felt-
really.
No.
Yeah.
I've never seen her before.
No, I've never seen her before,
specifically.
but obviously she knows. Well, obviously she knows Kail well enough to go on a trip with her, and
Yeah.
then Leah's acting like they know each other from not on the trip.
But I don't know if you noticed, it seemed like Leah was in one room, and then the other two, Kail and
Kinda,
Sierra,
yeah.
came in to like get her to go skydiving or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So it just was like, oh, are they staying in a room together? And then Leah's by herself. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
And then the
interesting, yeah.
conversations, I don't know.
But it also might just be that they're friends, so they're sharing a room, and then Leah's, or it could be that they'd met up outside. Each of them has a room. I don't know.
True.
At first, I thought she lived in Hawaii and they were meeting her
Oh,
up because she
maybe.
said,
Maybe,
"Oh, we're
yeah.
meeting-" But then they're in the hotel, so I guess they would
Oh,
put them
that's
up in a hotel. Anyway,
Also,
so-
maybe she has to share a room because remember, they're both on Teen Mom and have these paychecks coming in. That doesn't mean the friends do as well.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, they seem to have a good time together. They got to do so much fun things. We saw the photos from their Instagrams back. I'm in the. I want to say this was March, but I could be. It might be April. So I was really happy just to kind of see what happened while they were there, and it is kind of a reminder that when you're a mom, you're on vacation, but do you really get to take a vacation?
I know.
Does your mind take a vacation?
Well, we talked a little bit about what Leah was going through, but let's move on to Kail, because she was dealing with some also frustrating things.
Yeah.
But with Lux's father, Chris. And Chris it's so hard when people refuse to be filmed to try to like, I can't be on your side.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I only have a one side of the story. So we hear Kail say he's never around for Lux, that he's only asked about him like twice, and now is posting photos of him from when he was just born, but he's almost a year old.
But if Chris had a real side, if he was a great guy, a great dad, fought for him, I'm sure Teen Mom, the franchise, had offered him, hey, we'd love to come get your side of this, like they do with all the guys.
Yeah, definitely.
So if all of his ducks were in a row, he would have come on the show. There's no way.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm like on board with Kail. I think she really.
Yeah, I like when
correct.
she said, like he's an Instagram dad.
Yeah.
That was just like, yikes.
Well, and you see it happen with other people too. As soon as there is any negative talk about them, all of a sudden they're like, I'm going to step up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know
Which
we
is
haven't.
maybe good though. Sorry.
I mean, we probably, we'll get into Jenelle, but just, I don't know. I was on Instagram, and probably some of you guys have saw that David did an Instagram live a couple weeks ago. With Kaiser, and they went to go pick Kaiser up. But a couple days before that, I was in a group chat. We talk about Teen Mom, and I was saying it's so weird. Jenelle and David are posting all these pictures of Kaiser and just saying, Kaiser loves the boat. Kaiser loves doing this. Kaiser is so great. Like, and I was like, there's something going on, because
we talked about
like
that.
It was like
We talked about it last week. We're like, if you're a good
Trying
parent,
too
you don't need to
hard.
prove that you're a good parent.
Yeah.
They're trying to prove it right now.
And if you're trying to prove it, that's probably a really bad sign.
Yeah, and so if
And
Chris
it's
is doing this, then that might be the same thing. You're right. He might be really trying to prove.
Well,
like,
no.
hey,
Did you
look
hear
at me.
it? She said that he posted an Instagram from like when he was a newborn, like the other day.
Yep.
But if you're posting that, you're not really faking it very much, because why don't you have a newer photo?
Right.
No,
It's
exactly.
the only photo he
like-
has with his son.
It was a bad attempt, but
So you're just not smartly proving.
No.
Well, yeah, and that was pretty much wrapped up their whole story. Like, they got to have their nice little break. It's hard because we only see one side of these stories so much, with people not wanting to film. But I just, hope for the best with all of them. And that maybe this forces Chris to step up and actually be a good dad, because if the world's seeing you as a negative, maybe it'll just force you to be a good one.
yeah.
Maybe not, maybe yes. But where can people go and let us know that they also agree with us or disagree with us?
Oh, so if you're listening to us on iTunes right now, there's nothing else that you can do but give us a 5 stars. So why don't you go do that now? And then if you're watching us on YouTube, thumbs up always, every time. So that would just be great, guys.
Do we have anyone in our live chat right now that's...
Oh, we just got one. Keen Lagerfeld. Hey, Keen. He said, yeah, Chris is so bad that she wants his sperm.
Oh, that's right. She said that she would... Well, she has 3 babies from 3 different baby daddies. So I think she just doesn't want to have a 4th baby daddy.
Oh my God. So why?
Hope not.
That's
Hope not. Yeah.
That's such an issue.
Well, because she's stated very, like, I think over the past few months that she wants a 4th kid eventually. But yeah, she doesn't want
She
a 4th
wants to
baby
choose
daddy.
from
I-
3.
She can't have Jill. Jill's getting married.
No,
Yeah.
I really wish she just had one with Javi. Like another one with Javi.
I mean, she
but-
might.
I mean, yeah,
don't
that's
know.
true.
So cute.
She's not having any right now, but
Yeah.
So. Yeah, Kail
point,
sometimes,
Keen.
Kail
Very good
sometimes is a
point.
little hypocritical. Sometimes.
She doesn't
That's
like
my
to
sly
admit
way
when
of
she's
saying
wrong.
a lot.
Yeah.
Well, someone else who I found this kind of hypocritical in a way. We're gonna move on to Jenelle, but this wasn't really Jenelle.
No, it
this was
wasn't
Nathan
Jenelle.
and Barbara, and
Yeah.
I say hypocritical because, as we know, Barbara's always had an issue with every one of Janelle's boyfriends. No matter what you want to say about her boyfriends, that her mom has.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden they're friends. She
Yeah.
used to hate Nathan.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't know
was
when-
honestly odd. Yeah.
I didn't know when that happened.
Where
when
did that
they started
connection come? Yeah.
calling each other.
But the thing is, I
good
really,
cause.
I really
yeah.
do believe, that Babs has a really good intuition when it comes to these guys, because the only reason her and Nathan fought was because she felt like he was controlling Jenelle and she was on drugs and there was all these issues that now none of those issues exist.
Now that they're not together, that's out of the picture, so she can see him
Yeah.
from
Well,
a step back. Like,
Nathan also kind of brought that up. He said when Jenelle was with him, it was all fitness. And
Yeah.
now that she's with David, it's all country, this, and guns and all that. So she's very much the person that kind of adopts the personality of her significant other.
yeah, that's true.
Not a good thing.
And so this time, again, like I said, we don't really see Jenelle. We see her in the very beginning where David, again, some more controllingness, does not want Jenelle to go pick up or drop off Kaiser with Nathan because he doesn't want them to interact with each other. And so her friend is going to take Kaiser to Nathan.
But Jenelle is just so petty, and it just seems so petty to me that you can't suck it up. You need to make a relationship with him. Like, how many times is somebody
Yeah,
gonna
but
have
you
to...
know Janelle. She's not gonna.
But that's what I'm
be
saying.
normal.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. She has to
She's
do
supposed
that.
to
It's
be
ridiculous.
normal.
I can't
This
even
person
believe
in your Kaiser's what? Four?
Yeah, 3.
3, 4? He's in your life for at least another good 12 years.
Hopefully.
Like,
the
until he can drive himself.
No,
Yeah.
like more
Because of
years,
his
13
dad,
to 14
yeah.
years. And you have to, at some point,
Yeah.
be able to at least drop off. You don't have to have, like, a friendship with him. You don't have to go out and have lunch with him or talk on the phone with him, but you have to be able to have drop-offs and show your kids that you can at least get along.
Yeah,
be
for
mature.
5 seconds. It's 5 seconds.
But like she can't get along.
And
for
the
5
thing is,
seconds.
No.
the only thing she was saying is she's like, I just don't want to go because I know David's gonna Nathan's gonna say something to piss me off. Like, why are you that fragile?
But it's
that
also
you can't.
Yeah, it's also probably a lot of David in her ear as well.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I'd like to
totally-
see how she
Oh,
would
yeah.
react if she were single.
Drew
you
and I
know?
talked about this last week, that we feel that Jenelle has really started censoring herself when it comes to the cameras.
Yeah.
Like what we see and what we don't see.
She's
And
brainwashed,
she's really
I think.
trying to manipulate
Yeah.
what people's perception of her is. So I feel that she might be doing these things and not wanting to go be with around Nathan or any of this because she doesn't want anything to like trigger her to lose control kind of, or
Oh,
be
yeah.
not what she wants the world to
Right.
perceive her as. So that
That's
could,
it.
Or
Yeah,
not up
that's
to
interesting.
David's expectations of
or
what...
if she gets along with him, maybe it starts a fight with David.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh,
I
that's
don't
a
know.
good point.
It just seems
Suspicious.
I just don't like that he can say like, I don't want you to drop him off. Even if he says it's for good reason, I just think he's very controlling. I think all her boyfriends have been controlling. Even
Yeah.
Nathan
Yeah.
back in the day was controlling.
Now I feel for Nathan. Like, he's fine now to take care of the kids, and he still only has that 50-50, and he has the
I don't even think he has 50-50.
I don't think he-
I
I
think he
wouldn't
said he
say-
wants
Really?
50. I think he said
He
he
has
wants
50.
50.
I think he
No,
said
he
he
has
has
50-50.
it.
Does he?
I
He
just-
still
it
has
It
to have
feels like
supervised.
Kaiser's with her so much more than he's with him, though.
Yeah.
It does seem
That's
that
what he
way.
was saying. Yeah, and he still has to have supervised visits.
His mom
Yeah.
has to be there.
I wouldn't say Nathan's good to have him just because, like, it was a poor me kind of. And that's always how he's been, I feel like. Poor me.
Oh, yeah, he always plays the
being,
victim
like,
card.
But I
you
mean,
know,
now
it's
that
like-
I'm comparing him and
David.
David
and Janelle.
yeah, and like seeing the meeting with the mom, like I don't know, I kind of like he just seems more normal.
Well, can you imagine being told that your son is being hit or like
yeah, or
beaten by
calling his
another
grandmother
man?
like the F
Well, let's
word.
get into that
Violent.
because the reason Barbara and Nathan meet up is Jace comes home and tells Barbara that, Kaiser's being beaten, that we saw it happen on the vacation trip, but the kind of same thing that Jace was saying, where Kaiser said he had to go to the bathroom and David was like, no, you don't.
Yep.
And then he was like, well, then I'm going to pee my pants. And he's like, I'm going to beat your butt if you do. And that's pretty much, it seems like, what happened precisely here is that Jace tells him that Kaiser ended up peeing while they were trying to change his diaper, and so he gets his ass whooped.
Yeah.
And that's like if your kid's like, even if your kid is lying, like if he says I have to go to the bathroom, like just go put him on the toilet.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially because he's so little, like he had to have been potty training not that long ago. So how do you really know if he has to go or not is the weirdest thing to me. But he's just, again, controlling, and I just don't think he obviously doesn't care about Kaiser.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
likes
think
to act like he does, but
he doesn't know how to act with the kids.
it's so sad to me because, like, as we saw, just with Kaiser almost being taken away and they get him back, and Drew brings this up a lot, which I think is a good point of, you know, when you're in these situations, people are saying, well, Kaiser seems like he likes David, but he's also a child, and children get used to being around something, and they think that's normal.
Yeah.
That's such a good point, and it also brings up the fact that, you know, David is super manipulative, and we see that in so many ways. And so he's probably, I hate to use the word brainwashed again, but like brainwashed to like, if you act this way, you're gonna get hit. And so Kaiser has to be nice, has to be happy, has to be like, you know, or he's gonna get in trouble.
You think that David's brainwashed?
No, I think he brainwashes
Oh,
Kaiser.
yes. Yeah.
And everybody else. There's just been so many instances where he just growls and like rolls his eyes if somebody says something that he doesn't like, or
Yeah.
It's just emotionally abusive.
yeah,
And, well,
And physically.
Yeah.
yeah, clearly.
It's abusive.
But it was really cute. I do have to say that Nathan's new girlfriend got so emotional.
I know.
when Nathan told her that David was hitting Kaiser, and it was just so sweet. I thought because
Yeah. And
I didn't know that they had that relationship.
That was nice. And, like, that's kind of why I said, like, I feel for him. Not totally Nathan, but, like, it looked like they have a good thing going on. Like, they're capable of watching kids in, like, a normal way, you know?
Right, and it's still his son, and like he said, I don't have control. Like, my hands are tied. You know, I feel helpless and a bad dad because I can't do anything about this.
What are your guys' thoughts on the fact that he wants Jenelle and David to take a psychological evaluation and a drug test?
I feel like that's a good idea, right? I don't see why not.
Totally.
I feel like he needs to do the same because
That's-
your hands
okay.
wouldn't be tied if you didn't have charges. Your hands wouldn't be tied if you didn't drive drunk. Like there's
Let's just all take a test.
So everybody
take a test, see who's fit.
and then
figure
Babs
it
gets
out.
the kids. No.
and then Babs gets the kid. Seriously,
I love her. I love hearing her voice. Like, I actually just, like, get happy.
hi, you're both high.
I feel like
love her.
anytime you think of Babs, that's all everyone can think of is the hi.
Kifa.
I just
Oh
think
my
of Kiva.
God. She's the best, though. That woman, really, she puts up with a lot.
She
I
does.
mean, she might have created it in the long run, but, like,
But poor little Jace, you can just tell that he wouldn't come home and say David is hitting Kaiser if that wasn't true. That's not.
yeah.
I just
if it
think
was,
that's too far from something he would make up.
like, if he was gonna make up something, I feel like it wouldn't
Or he
that.
hit me,
Yeah.
or something. Because you know how he'll say make up little lies because he doesn't want to go there and he doesn't want to hurt Janelle's feelings. But he would say David hit me, but David's not going to hit him because he's too old to say something probably. But
Yeah, it's sad.
It's all sad. I just every week with their storyline, it just makes me like stressed out and sad.
I know.
I'm glad that it's televised, so there's at least documentation of like what's going on and like
know.
you know what I mean. I mean that's the least I can say about
Well,
it.
I mean, and that might not be very much longer because, as we know, Jenelle has still, as far as I know, has still yet to sign on for another season. She's making demands, and MTV doesn't want to meet the demands, and so she may not be
Yeah, they
televised.
made us
But
cut her.
you know what? I'm fine
No,
with
we
watching
need
Babs and Nathan
Janelle.
and all that.
Oh, okay.
Me too.
So
They
they
can
would
talk-
all stay, right?
Keep the
Yep.
storyline.
Well, because she can't
They
tell
have
them not to.
stay.
And Jason's
No.
in Babs' custody,
Yeah.
Janelle has supervision, but not supervisions, visits, just weekend visits with him. But
Yeah.
Babs has him most of the time. Like, great, get Janelle off. Just do it with Babs. We can still hear about what's going on
I
with
love
everybody,
her.
but not have to deal with it all.
Weekly update with Babs.
Another thing with Nathan though, like just to wrap up, it's just he's so they get to the restaurant, they give Kaiser the phone, which is like a huge. I hate that, but
At least they gave him earphones.
Well,
I'm
why does he
even
need? He needs to
more.
learn to sit there and
Yeah,
eat dinner
that's true.
and
No,
be
I know,
normal.
but I'm just saying, as someone, when I go out, it would bug me more if they have the phone and they're just full volume, because I'm trying to.
Yeah, but that's for you.
That's
Yeah,
for
that's
me.
for you. I'm like, the
Not
kid does
really.
not need to be sitting there.
No, I know.
With a phone. This is not playtime. But anyway, it's time to eat. But anyway, and he's like, Nathan's like,
The Mona Lisa.
You're so
I was-
priceless, like the
I
Mona
was like,
Lisa.
shut up.
You're doing
Oh
that
my
because
God.
the
I wish
camera's
I
here,
could
buddy.
sell you for $1 billion.
No,
Ew,
it was
I
actually the
can't.
cheesiest thing I've ever heard. I was like, he needs to stop.
I was.
I didn't even think it was cute. I thought it was creepy.
It was making me.
Like, if
laugh.
I was with someone and they were doing that to me, I'd be
Like,
like,
if someone said
unless
that
they
to
were
you
joking.
in that tone, yeah, it sounded like he was
Yeah.
joking.
But he just spit out so many. It was like, what? Okay.
was like, you're the most
whoa,
beautiful-
Whoa. It
And
like
she
I'm
was
being
super
hit.
uncomfortable. She was like,
No, she seems like normal. I don't know.
Yeah.
This poor girl.
She seems just like the last
She's
girlfriend to
crying
me.
at the
I thought
mini
she
golf.
was for a second until I realized
She
that it was
looks like the
different.
last girlfriend besides the red hair, and they seemed fine. And then now they all have all these domestic violence charges. So
Well,
too
they
many
were dropped. They're
relationships.
dropped now. So.
oh, God forbid. Excuse me. Sorry.
There's too many relationships to keep up with. But that about wraps up our episode for today.
Oh, phew.
Does anyone? I'm like, there was so much going on.
Honestly,
there.
it was like not that bad. And then Jenelle. So
And then,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, that's
I always have to keep her.
true.
I always have to keep her till the end,
yeah,
just because I need the happiness
ventful.
and
Yeah.
stuff before the venting happens.
Yes.
But let's move on to some non-venting, some happiness, some lightheartedness. Our gold star moment for this episode.
Oh, nice.
That was
That was
cute.
a nice touch. There you go.
So this is kind of our little segment where we shed some positivity and light on either someone that shone really bright this episode or just someone that was very fun to watch or some cute moment that we enjoyed from this episode. Heather, you want to start us off?
Yes. So my gold star goes to Paisley. I liked her little video saying,
Yeah.
I hope that I can, see you soon. And obviously they made that happen. And I thought that was really nice to see the sisters reconnected. And it's just a sweet moment. So
That was really sweet. My golden star, I was going to do like a funny one, but what I really loved about this was Devon and Nova.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought
that was mine.
Oh, darn it. I'm sorry. Do you want me to do a different one?
No, it's okay.
share a gold star.
No, I thought that was so sweet because, I always rooted for Devon in some way because I just think that family is just a lot. And I just think he was never going to be able to succeed, but that's probably a past episode that you guys have talked about. But yeah, I thought that was so sweet. Him and her were just so cute together.
All right, I'll change mine. Well, I thought it was nice to hear that Chelsea was past her mark of the healthy pregnancy. So that was nice to hear for her. Yeah, that's my second choice. My plan B.
Good out of the first try.
I'm giving mine
Plan
to
B.
Aubrey teaching Paisley how to bowl.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
so
that was
sweet.
cute.
Because
So
that was
cute.
like the sweetest, cutest
The way
big
she
sister
was
moment.
explaining
Yes.
it to her, it was so cute.
Yeah, she seems like just such a good big sister with her
Yeah.
and with Watson in the car playing peekaboo.
Yeah.
So
Oh, gosh,
Aubrey
yeah.
gets my gold star this week.
Yeah.
So
If you
cute.
guys have gold stars that you want to give out, you can either put in our live chat or you can throw them below in our comment section. We'll read them later because we love to hear from you guys too and what you guys' thoughts are.
Yes, please
Especially
do.
if you have a different one than us because, let's shed light everywhere we can. Let's get into some news and gossip.
Gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Gossip.
First piece of news this week is that Javi has let us know via his Instagram that they are having a boy.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
They had this big reveal.
Oh boy.
That's cute.
Look at little Lincoln. I love him.
Can I just say how much I love
Mohawk.
reveal parties? I think they're the
Really?
cutest ideas ever.
Me
I've
too.
never been to one.
Me too.
Me neither.
They're so
I've never
cute.
been.
I love the fact that people find out with the parents now.
Yeah.
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 Just another
Or
reason
that
to
the parents have
celebrate.
to wait.
Yeah, you get a double whammy.
I don't know though. People take it to the extreme. They really do.
That is true. I saw one where people were smacking eggs on their head, and
Oh, no.
and the
Oh my
one
God.
that they had pink and blue ones, and the one they had 12 eggs, and there was one raw one, and the one that was raw was the color of
Oh,
the
and
baby.
it was like the last
And it was the
egg.
last egg.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
just shoved a
The
bunch
suspense.
of hard-boiled eggs on their heads.
Ow. I have a headache thinking
Yeah, so
about
some
it.
people take it to a weird extreme, but
Yeah.
this one seemed fun. If you guys are listening to our podcast, they have some blue powder that's kind of spraying everywhere. I'm not sure if they hit something or what.
A
'cause he
soccer
can't-
ball, I think?
Maybe a soccer ball.
You see that?
Lincoln's kicking.
Yeah.
You can find it on Javi's Instagram, though, if you want to go check that out. Our second piece of news is that Miss Leah seems to have a new boyfriend.
Wow.
And it's not Jeremy, everyone.
It's not Jeremy.
Wow.
No,
Go
her new
Leah.
boyfriend's this guy apparently named Jason Jordan, who is 39
little
I was gonna
years
say, he
old.
definitely
Yeah.
looks older.
Looks a little older than 39. Is
Maybe
that-
she met
Yeah,
him
he
in
does.
Hawaii.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah, he's 39,
lying.
and so he is, I think they said he was something like 15 years older than her. Leah confirmed her relationship with Jason in a comment on an Instagram photo from the 4th of July. So she said, "The fireworks were incredible, no doubt, but being with you was the most incredible part of my evening."
Oh, I'm happy for her. That's really cute.
Yeah.
So, oh, sorry, I was wrong on that. That's what Jason replied to her
Oh,
Instagram
oh,
photo.
okay.
So he said
Oh,
that.
he
Love it
said
even
that.
more.
Yeah, that made it even better.
He added the
And
little winky face.
Yeah, and she replied with a series of flirty emojis.
Oh.
So all of his social media pages are private, so people have not discovered a whole lot on him.
Come on,
gonna
no
add
one
him.
follows him. Post the pictures online.
Yeah, come on. Sound like your friend. No, don't. But some of her fans are getting a little rude on it, saying, you look enough to be her dad. And
My parents are 13 apart.
yeah, I mean, I think if you're in love, it really doesn't matter.
She has 3 kids. She's not
She
about
needs
that
someone.
little like Tinder life right now. Well, maybe she
Yeah.
met him on Tinder. And that's fine. But I just mean like
Yeah.
little boys and going
Yeah.
through them. She has 3 kids. Like there's
Yeah.
no time. She doesn't have time.
Man.
Yeah, and she hasn't had a lot of luck with these younger boys, so maybe it's a good thing
Oh,
to
that
go
remember
with.
that? I just recall that awkward date she went on this past season. Oh my god.
So, you know what? I say congratulations, Leah.
Yeah, me
Yes.
too.
I am glad you're happy. I'm glad you found one. She's been single for a while.
Yeah.
So, and she was working on herself. She did what she needed
She
to do.
did such a good job.
Took her time.
So, you know what? You do you. Who cares if he's older than you? If
long as you're happy,
having,
nothing
if
wrong
you're
with
having
that.
fun and you're happy, that's all that matters. So,
Nothing wrong.
do you, girl. All right, guys. That's about it for me, unless you guys have anything else you want to add.
I think that about wraps it up. But we
That's
covered
good.
a ton. I mean, I could talk all night, but I know everybody
We
else.
know you could.
No, we're on time limits though. But if you guys want to continue the conversation, you can do that with
Yes.
us via our social media. You guys want to let them know where they can do that with you?
Yes, I am Heather Geisler, and you can find me at 500 Days of Heather.
And I'm McKenzie Fayne. You can find me on Instagram at McKenzie Fayne _McKenzie _Fayne. Never mind.
I'm Haley Catino. You can find me on Instagram at Haley Catino. That's it.
And you guys can find me at Bri, BRI_Phipps, PHIPPS on Instagram and Twitter. Sorry we had to skip predictions this week. We were just running a little low on time. But, we'll let you guys know all of our thoughts on those next week, because that will be the episode. Until then, we will see you guys later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.